February the 29th, 2020, I had taken my two sons to a motocross track down in Alabama with some friends from the church just to have a getaway weekend. And in the process, I had an accident and no one else was involved. And in some ways, it was a very unspectacular accident except for my injury. Somehow I totally crushed the T12 vertebrae in my back and found myself paralyzed. They had to life flight me from the motocross track to the hospital where shortly thereafter they contacted my wife and she started different prayer chains. She called the people there at the church in Mount Gilead where I was pastoring, as well as other people from other churches that we were friends with. And before long, that message began to spread everywhere. In fact, in a short period of time, I think there were people all over the world that were praying for us. They took me in and did emergency surgery to try to stabilize my spine and to see what kind of damage perhaps was done to my spinal cord. I was very blessed. While there was damage to my spinal cord, it was not severed. And they did hold out some hope that I would be able to walk and function again normally, but we were also told that that was not a given, that there was a very real possibility I would never walk again. So I was in the hospital there for 6 days in Alabama and then transferred to a rehab hospital in Newburgh, Indiana, where I had to learn to walk all over again. I was in a great amount of pain, but the prayers and the encouragement from the people kept coming in. And the results of that was amazing. I was once told that I would never walk without braces, and I even got fitted for the braces, and overnight, that situation corrected itself, and I was able to walk the next day in my therapy sessions without braces. Even the doctors and the therapists were absolutely amazed and even said it had to be a miracle. They were all amazed at my recovery. And now not only can I walk and function fairly normally, whatever normally is for me, and I can run. It's amazing. I can run. I have ran as much as 6.5 miles without stopping, and most recently, just this past weekend, I ran in my first 5K since the accident. God still does miracles, and I stand before you as one that is a living miracle and a testimony to what prayer can do. During that time, one of the verses on prayer that I held to so much was found in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Then you'll experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and your minds as you live in Christ Jesus. I can't promise you that God will heal you the way He healed me. In fact, I don't completely understand all of that. But what I can promise you is that peace that comes through faith in God, that peace that comes from speaking to Him in prayer, is something that you can claim in your life. And I know it was certainly true in mine.